Hey, this is Adrian with My Social Practice. I'm just going to give you a couple quick tips on how to claim your business listing and some of the stuff that you might run into when you go to do this. So, first of all, what you want to do is you want to find your knowledge graph, your Google My Business account knowledge graph. That's what this is right over here. This is your knowledge graph. So if you search the name of your practice, you should find a direct search for your practice. You should see the knowledge graph. And this is not a client of ours. These examples aren't. These are just some practices that I found online really quick that had some situations that would be helpful to understand. So once you found your knowledge graph, you click this Own This Business link right here. And what'll come up is it'll let you know if the listing has already been claimed or not. So if the listing has been claimed, it'll give you a partial email address right there. So it'll say like the first two letters or last letters and then ... and then at gmail.com. That's the email address that is an admin or an owner of the account. So if you have access to that, you can log in and get to the admin panel through that personal email account. Now, if you don't have access to that email anymore, maybe you set it up a long time ago, the email's gone, whatever it might be. There's a recovery help guide here that you can go through that'll help you get access to it. Basically, Google will send an email out to that email address, and if nobody responds within a certain number of days, then you can request to have administrative control. So, or you can click this request access button right here. Excuse me, the recovery guide will tell you what's going on or how they do it, but the requesting access is that process. So that's one thing you might run into. The next thing that you might run into is, here's another practice. If I click the Own This Business link right here, here's what pops up. So this says Manage This Business on Google. It has my email address in there because it's assuming that I'm going to try and get control of it. And so if I click Get Verified, it will basically take me into a process where I can verify and basically claim and verify the listing. So this process will allow us to do a phone call. So if I click Call, Google will send an automated voice call with a PIN code in it to the practice. Pick up the phone, get the PIN code, and the PIN code will give you access to the Google My Business account. So that's one way. If you don't have if the phone number is like an old phone number, then so you don't have access to it anymore, you can do it through like a PIN code. You can go to None of These Work For Me, and it'll give you a postcard or some other option. Okay. So anyway, those are a couple of the situations that might show up. Your account might be already claimed, and you need to figure out which email address is an owner, and then log in through that email account or request access, or you got to claim it because it hasn't been claimed. And it can be done through a phone call usually or through a postcard. So hopefully that's helpful. Thanks.